Have you ever wondered why some people get rich even without huge incomes, while others stay in debt forever? Today, I'll show you a system that makes poverty technically impossible. Watch until the end to get a complete action protocol. Subscribe to the channel and comment, "Ready," if you want to change your life. The secret isn't luck or connections. It's all decided by one simple number that almost no one calculates. Take the amount you save per year and divide it by 365. This is your true daily salary, what you actually pay yourself every single day. For most people, this number ranges from zero to a few dollars. Even high earners often have zero because they spend everything. Now, look at a wealthy person you know personally. During their growth period, their daily savings rate was likely between $100 and $500. Saving $36,500 in a year seems like an impossible task, but saving $100 a day looks like a difficult but clear plan. It's the same amount, but your brain perceives it differently. This entire method is built on daily actions, not plans that die after a week. The first habit is the morning money minute. It takes less than 60 seconds, but works better than hours of budget planning. Every morning, before opening email or social media, you must look at the three main numbers in your banking app. It seems too simple, but psychology says what we observe daily becomes a priority for the brain. Monthly reports feel distant and abstract. Daily numbers feel real. Your subconscious will automatically start looking for ways to improve these indicators. Most people don't look at the app because they fear stress, but it is this avoidance that allows debts to grow unnoticed. The Money Minute breaks this cycle. After 2 weeks, the numbers will stop causing emotions. They will become just data, not a verdict. The second habit is capital capture. Instead of saving what is left at the end of the month, which is usually nothing, you take your share first. Set up an automatic transfer from your card to a separate account every single day. Start with a minimum, $5 or $10 a day. This is almost invisible to the budget and causes no internal resistance. Psychologically, a $300 transfer once a month is painful. A $10 transfer every day is like buying a coffee, but for your future. After a year of daily transfers, you will have 365 proofs that you are a person who builds capital. This becomes part of your identity. You are no longer trying to save. You are an investor by definition. Even $20 a day is over $7,000 a year in pure capital. Most people spend their capital on things that lose value every second. For example, buying a brand new BMW or Audi on credit with high interest. It looks like success, but in reality, it's a hole in your budget that eats your daily savings norm. When you buy something expensive, learn to count it not in money, but in days of your life. If you save $10 a day, then a $1,200 phone costs you 120 days of pure labor. Is that gadget really worth 4 months of your life? The third habit is the evening expense audit. It takes 2 minutes before bed. You simply write down how much went to wants today and how much to needs. This isn't to punish yourself, but so your brain sees where your energy is leaking. To reduce spending on wants, introduce a rule. Any purchase over $50 must rest for 24 hours. You'll be surprised how often you no longer want that item the next morning. This is a simple filter for emotional spending. The fourth habit is finding the leak. Once a week, look for hidden leaks, subscriptions you don't use, or coffee you buy out of habit rather than for pleasure. Cancel one useless subscription today. This is another step toward your daily norm. Now for the most interesting part, the power of compound interest. When you save money daily, it doesn't just sit there. If you invest it at 8–10% annually, your daily $10 will turn into a massive avalanche. Time is your main ally, not the amount. Wealthy people understand the math of compound interest. They know that every $100 saved is a financial soldier working for them 24/7. The more soldiers you have, the faster you become free from work. The fifth habit is education. Dedicate 15 minutes a day to learning about finance. Read books, watch breakdowns, or study new markets. The The best investment is your knowledge. Without it, you can lose everything you've accumulated in one mistake. Your finances are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your friends constantly complain about poverty and buy things on credit, it will be very hard to break out. Seek those who are already where you want to be. Knowledge without action is trash. You can watch 1,000 videos like this, but if you don't open your banking app tomorrow and make your first $5 transfer, nothing will change. The magic begins with the first step. The biggest trap on the path to wealth is lifestyle inflation. As your income grows, your expenses shouldn't automatically follow. If you get a raise or a bonus, put 80% of that amount straight into your capital. You're already used to living on less. Stop treating money as paper to buy pleasure. Money is a tool to buy your freedom. Every dollar is your employee that must bring profit. When you spend it on trifles, you are firing your best workers. The 6th habit is money silence. Don't tell everyone about your plans or savings. When you share success too early, your brain gets cheap dopamine as if you've already reached the goal. Keep your capital in silence until it's big enough to speak for itself. Your first major goal is the Peace Fund. This is an amount that covers 6 months of your life. Without this reserve, you will always be a slave to your job or circumstances. With it, you stop making decisions out of fear. The 7th habit is the environment audit. Money loves those who strive for more. If your friends only discuss TV shows and games instead of ideas and opportunities, you are stuck. Find at least one person who earns 5 times more than you and just listen. High-interest debt is anti-investment. It's like trying to run a marathon with a weight tied to your legs. Every cent you pay the bank in interest is money stolen from your future self. Close debts aggressively before you start investing seriously. The 8th habit is the micro-expense filter. We often lose capital on things that cost pennies but repeat daily. Delivery fees, grocery bags, extra subscriptions. Hackers know 1,000 tiny holes will sink a ship as fast as one big one. The highest return comes not from the stock market, but from your skills. If you learn to earn $500 more thanks to a new mastery, that's 100% profit on your effort. Become better at what you do, and your savings will grow naturally. The 9th habit is planned joy. You can't live in constant deprivation, or you will burn out. Allocate a fixed percentage, like 10%, to things that bring you genuine joy. This is your fuel to keep playing the long game. These habits are not just tips. They are parts of the code for your new financial operating system. When you combine them, wealth becomes a mathematical inevitability. The only question is whether you have the discipline to maintain the code. The most dangerous word in finance is someday. Someday I'll start saving. Someday I'll find a better job. This is a trap that kills your capital before it's born. Wealthy people act today, even if it's a small and clumsy step. Once your first $5, 10 a day becomes a habit, it's time to scale. This doesn't mean working harder. It means making the system run at higher speeds. Look for tools where your money can earn 12%, 15%, or even 20% annually. Money is just a form of energy. If you don't control it, it dissipates. If you direct it, it builds cities and your future. Your task as a life hacker is to create an algorithm where energy always works for creation, not consumption. Your acquaintances might start criticizing you. They'll say, "Why save?" Live for today. But remember, they want you to stay on their level so they don't feel discomfort about their own inaction. Don't let someone else's fear be your ceiling. The difference between those who implement these habits and those who just watch is invisible in a week. It becomes giant in 5 years. While others pay off credits for old things, you will be buying assets that bring you passive income every day. Admit it, the state of your bank account is the result of your daily decisions, not the national economy. It might hurt to admit, but that's your superpower. Because if you broke it, only you can fix it. You are the lead programmer of your destiny. A day will surely come when you want to quit, when an unexpected expense hits. Don't panic. This is just a system stress test. Go back to basics. Money Minute. $5. Audit. Keep moving. The ultimate goal is to reach a state where you stop thinking about money, not because you don't care, but because the system runs automatically. Money arrives, invests, and grows without your constant involvement. That is true freedom. I want you to do one thing right now. Go into your app and transfer a minimum amount to a savings account. Not tomorrow, now. Create that momentum. You just heard the protocol. Now you must activate it. Your future self will thank you. You've reached the end, which already puts you ahead of 90% of people. Now you have the system. Use it. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now so you don't miss new updates to your financial code. Right? I'm starting in the comments. See you in the system.